Look at that. One of my jokes actually worked. Winning. I don't have.
Don't worry, my dad says it all the time, every single time.
Ah, you ready for one of my favorite jokes?
Oh, God.
Okay. You got no, Lucy. You're gonna like this one. Where do you go for a peekaboo injury?
Oh.
What?
Where do you go for a peekaboo injury?
Peekaboo injury?
Uh huh.
Hospital.
To the ICU.
That'd do it.
That's a good one, guys.
That's good.
That's fantastic.
I'm gonna see my dad.
Oh, you ready? Here's another one. Why was the teacher wearing sunglasses in the classroom? Because his students were so bright. Oh! Notice how I'm not wearing sunglasses.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay, so number one, finding slope. This is with the formula. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So x1, y1, x2, wow, Mr. H, y2. There we go. So now we're going to say 9 minus a negative 7 divided by negative 8 minus a 3. Negative and a negative become a positive, so that's 16 divided by negative 11. So m, which is what we describe as slope now, equals negative 16/11. And I've had students ask, Mr. H, where does the negative go? Out in front. It doesn't get attached to either number, it just goes out in front. Questions on number one? What would you like me to wait for?
For me to get this written down.
Huh?
For me to get this written down.
Well, I'm not erasing it.
Oh, okay. Then you don't have to wait.
Okay. Number two, we have rise divided by run. Though I love having the window open, can you close it down a little bit just because we're getting a little bit of a glare? Keep going, keep coming, keep coming. Yep, we'll open up when we're done. Cool. I'd rather have the window open, guys, but I think this is better for us to see. Is this easier?
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
orange.
Huh?
Everything looks orange.
Yeah. Like a,
What?
Or like a light yellow.
Like a. It just looks orange. Like a tint light.
A light yellow.
Like a tinted orange. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna stop
Background's
talking.
yellow.
Rise divided by run. First off, looking at this line, we know it's going to be what? Immediately.
Oh.
Positive. Why?
Because it's going up.
From left to right, it goes uphill. So now, we're climbing a ladder, climbing a step stool, whatever we have to do. We're climbing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over 1, 2, 3. And we get a slope of 5/3. Questions on that one? Last but not least, remember, we are trying to get this into slope-intercept form. This is where we're going to live today. Y equals mx plus b. We're going to live at slope-intercept form today. So, when I have it in slope-intercept form, I can just say, whatever coefficients with the x, that's my slope. So it's 3, right? No. Is the y isolated?
No.
The y is not by itself, so we got to get the... Julie, you were so confident. You're like, yeah, it is. I love it. We have to get the y by itself. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So, we always move the x by either adding or subtracting. What do we have to do here?
Minus 3x.
Yep.
To
Subtract
12.
3x. Now, can we combine the 12 and the negative 3x?
Nope.
No.
No. So
Bring the
4y
4y down.
drops down. That gives me negative 3x. It's a positive 12. Why do I write it like that? Because it's y equals mx plus b. Divide each individual thing by 4. Use your calculators.
3/4.
That gives me negative 3/4 x plus 3. There's my slope-intercept form. My m is next to the x. That's my coefficient. So my slope is negative 3/4. Go ahead, yes sir.
So like on our homework, when it said find the slope, and
Uh-huh.
the equation was already like y equals mx.
Then you can just find the coefficient of the x. But notice how number 25 was not the same.
Yeah, that's what
Yep. You good?
Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
I just got lost somewhere.
On this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I subtract 3x from both sides,
Yeah.
gives me 4y equals, and then I put the negative 3x first,
That's where, okay.
because it's mx plus b. So I always put that x term next to the equal sign.
Okay.
It's a positive 12 because there was no negative with it. We good? I know I'm not the best teacher, but I want to make sure that I'm kind of keeping you guys on the same page. Yeah?
So,
Go ahead.
it will be 3, 4, x.
Negative 3, 4, 6, yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
You sure?
For the most part.
Okay. We're going to be doing this a bunch today.
Alright.
Get your homework out. You had the odds 1 through 25. Here we go. Number 1 is negative 1/3. Number 3 is negative 3/2. Number 5 is 5/3, 5/3. Number 7 is negative 3, or if you really want to impress me, negative 3 divided by 1. Questions on 1 through 7?
Wait, so that was negative 3 divided by 1.
Yep, 7 was negative 3 over 1. Because you got negative 6 divided by 2,
Oh.
can it be simplified?
Wow.
Simplify your fractions. We're still in math class. Simplify your fractions. Okay?
Well, wouldn't
Okay.
that just equal negative 3?
Yes. And what did I say? I prefer it to
ow.
be a
Sorry.
fraction.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Number 9, negative 4 divided by 15. Number 11, negative 3 divided by 4. Number 13, 11 divided by 17. And number 15, you get something with a 0 in the denominator. If you take any number and divide it by 0 in your calculator, you get an error. If it is undefined. So if you have a 0 in the denominator, your slope is undefined.
What was 9 and 11?
9 was negative 4 divided by 15,
Okay.
and 11 was negative 3 divided by 4. Any questions on 9 through 15? Huh?
I got negative 6, 8 on 11, 22 over 34, and 13, and 5 over 8. And
So which one would you like to see? You're saying a
Yeah,
lot of
I got
numbers.
that too.
On which one?
For number 11, I got 22 over.
Okay, let's see number 22. The marker, there it is.
Wait, what is the answer to 13?
I just forgot something.
11 over 17.
Yeah.
So you said 11, what'd you get?
22 over 34.
Okay, so watch this.
are we supposed to simplify it?
Always.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Are we gonna get points off? If we
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, your calculator does it.
I know, but I'm just like, I didn't. I just,
No.
whatever.
Wait, how do you put it in the calculator?
Great idea. So, everybody do 22 divided by 34 in your calculator. Depending on the calculator that you have, you're then going to press enter. You get a decimal. Press second, that's in the top left corner. The yellow calculator, you're going to press the word table. You guys are going to press PRB. So, put in 22 divided by 34. Press enter. Second, PRB. Press enter. What? You're going to have to use table. So 22 divided by 44, enter.
Oh, I did 22 out of 4.
Yeah, 22 divided by 34, enter. Second, table, enter.
I got it.
Everybody else good? Okay. Number 17 is negative 5 or negative 5 divided by 1. Okay? Because again, it's going to be important today that we know that slopes are fractions. 19 is negative 1 divided by 5. 21 is 1 divided by 4. 23 is negative 1 or negative 1 divided by 1. 25 you had to solve for y. So it should be negative 2/3. Questions? Okay, get up. Go.
20,
Go ahead.
25, I got a decimal, so
0.66666666.
I got 2.3.
Point. What did you get?
2.3.
What did you do?
I don't think I did that one.
Which one?
25.
So yeah, you didn't do it.
Oh.
So
So you subtract the 2x, then you combine 9 and 2x.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Get your notes out, y'all. I'm gonna go slow. If I get too fast, you gotta just say, hey, Mr. H, come on back. So get your notes out. Today is, I'm not saying whose worst nightmare it is, but I'm gonna be teaching for a while.
Oh gosh.
Okay? There's very few days where I'm like, hey y'all, I am
actually
going to.
understand this stuff, so it's not that bad.
Okay. Like I'm gonna be on this. Okay?
Put
So-
my cheek again.
Huh?
I put the inside of my cheek.
Oh, that's miserable. Because then once you do it, you just keep doing it. Ugh. Hate that.
What?
She bit her cheek, and I said, once you bite the inside of your cheek, then you just keep biting it because it gets swollen and then it's miserable.
It keep on feeling like there's blood coming.
Okay. I love teaching algebra. Like I like geometry, but if I had one class that I've taught the most, it's algebra. Like, so this kind of stuff for me is amazing. So 3.5, this is the section that we're in. We are doing linear equations. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to graph linear equations. We've already talked about this yesterday. So how are we going to graph them? We are going to graph from slope, intercept, form. And if you're keeping track, I've probably said slope, intercept, form already a couple hundred times. Like I'm saying slope, intercept, form a bunch. What is the equation for slope, intercept, form? Do you know this?
Y
Y equals
equals
mx plus b. Here's what you need to understand about equations, and I don't know if a teacher's ever told you this. Whenever you have a graph of a line that goes forever and ever and ever, everywhere on that line is an ordered pair. An ordered pair is a x comma y, right? Every ordered pair on that line is a solution to that equation. So this x and a y are really an ordered pair, okay? We just don't know what that ordered pair is because there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands. But we do know what the m and the b are. What does the m stand for?
slope.
Slope. For this purpose, slope is rise divided by run. Rise goes both up and down, and again, for us, run goes to the right. Can run go to the left? Yes. But again, I'm trying to take as much away to make it easier enough as possible. So rise divided by run. Then we have the sine and the b. Notice how I'm not saying plus b, I'm saying the sine and the b. Because this might be a minus. Whatever the sine and that b are, that is my y intercept. And that is called the starting point. I have now given you everything that you need to know in order to go from an equation and graph. If we have slope-intercept form, we can graph any equation all the time. So, let's say the question says graph. And we have this equation, y equals 1/2 x minus 4. Immediately, what I want you doing is saying two questions. One, is it in slope-intercept form?
Yes.
Yes. Two, what's my slope and y-intercept? Okay, that's the next thing. So if it's in this equation, I'm going to come off to the side and I'm going to say m equals b equals. I need to know those two. Without those two, I can't graph it. Lucy, what's my m? What's my slope of that equation?
1/2.
1/2. Daniel, what's my y-intercept? Be careful.
-4.
Very good. -4. So now I'm making my own graph. Okay. Y-intercept means this is where it crosses the y-axis. Well, we have two axes, the horizontal and the vertical. The horizontal is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. Okay, you still with me? My starting point is my y-intercept. So what's my starting point? We found it. What's my starting point?
-4.
-4. So I go down on my y-axis to -4 and I put a point. And I do not move my pencil or my marker. Okay, keep it there. My slope is positive, which means we're going up. How many? The rise is 1. The run is 2. 1, 2. And I've now graphed that line. Sorry, guys. Oh man, can we not see that? Is that better? Oh man. I'm like, that's her stuff. I'm like, I'm trying to get, I was like, what is that? No, it's not my writing. It's hers. She's got really neat writing too. I look like a child.
At least that one's mine.
Questions on this so far? Okay. May I erase this?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see how good you guys are.
Uh-oh.
So you're going to do this on your own. I'm going to walk around. I want you to graph y equals -3/2 x plus 5. Give me about 30 more seconds. Okay. So, question number 1 we ask ourselves. Is it in slope-intercept form?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do we know?
There's a Y.
The y is by itself. It's isolated. It's by itself. 2, what's my slope? What's my y-intercept? So now we come off to the side. We say m equals b equals. This is going to be very important for almost everything, okay? So now, my m is what? Lucy?
-3.
Very good. Julia, my b? 5. Y'all, you guys are crushing this. So x-intercept, y, or axis. Gosh darn it. So where's my starting point, Cooper?
This one. Up 5.
5, right? This is my starting point. So I start at the center, the origin. I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I place my point. I don't move my pencil. My slope is negative, which means I'm going down. 1, 2, 3, over. 1 over 2. Questions?
What's it on the top?
Wait,
Huh?
so it's just the
What's
3
that?
negative?
Yeah, only one of them.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Only one of those numbers is negative.
Why?
I don't get that.
So, because if I had negative 3 divided by negative 2, what's a negative divided by a negative?
Well, I held the middle meant they were both negative.
No, ma'am. That's not what that means. It just means
You
one
can
of them's
choose
negative. Yes, ma'am.
Which one?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Okay, questions here? Okay, we're gonna do one more like this.
Could it have been just like the same thing, but like 3 to the negative? And okay.
Last time for this. Okay, we have a problem. Question 1. Is it in slope-intercept form? Why not?
Because that wire's not isolated.
The Y is not isolated. It's not by itself. Okay, I knew my basketball player knows the word isolated. He's like, yeah, give me the ball. Get out my way. Let's go. Okay? You a scorer? Yeah, okay. So I'm not far off. Okay, good. So, we got to get Y by itself. How do we do that? What's my first step? Move what?
You gotta move the 3x.
The 3x. Ella, how do I move the 3x?
You subtract it from,
This side and?
yeah.
Yeah. Ella, can I combine my 6 and my negative 3x?
No.
Nope. So now, negative 2y drops down equals negative 3x plus 6. Now what? Now what, y'all?
Divide the two
all
y.
By negative 2. You divided all by that negative 2. Negative divided by a negative is positive. Positive divided by a negative is negative. Okay? Now graph. Now that you have it, now you can graph. Most of y'all are doing great. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. M equals B equals.
Stop
Sorry,
dying.
Huh?
Stop dying.
Yeah. The only time that I'm gonna stop dying is when I'm dead. Sorry. Dying every day. Going up. 1, 2, 3 over 1 over 2. Questions?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you come with my paper?
I would love to.
Can I go put my water?
So this technically be wrong.
Yes. Because you went up 1 and 2 over 3. The slope is 3 halves. Up, rise is 3, run is 2. That would be 2/3, not 3 halves.
Okay.
Do you understand the difference? So the 3 is rise. Rise means we're going up and down.
Oh, okay.
Rise divided by run. Okay, good here?
Yeah.
Daniel, you good, man?
Yeah, alright.
Man, raise it.
Yeah.
Okay. Daniel, I don't think I say your name in the video, but I might be like, hey, listen, pause it, because some people I need you to pause the video now. I need you to pause the video now.
You said his name.
I know you said,
Huh?
You said
you
his
said
name.
my name.
I might, listen, I know you guys. Okay. So, here we go. Write a linear equation with a slope of 4 through point 1, 9. Whoo! Mr. H, I hate you already. So we're still writing linear equations. So we've graphed. Now we're writing an equation. The only linear equation that we know is slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. The only linear equation we know is y equals mx plus b. That's slope-intercept form. What two things do we need for slope-intercept form? What two things?
The y and the slope.
The y-intercept and the slope. We need m and b. Right now, do I have an m? In this equation, do I have an m?
4.
Yeah, 4. So my slope is 4. Do I have a b? Do I have a y-intercept?
1/9.
No.
No, through point 1 coming up. So I don't have it. Uh-oh. Now watch what I can do here. What is this? This is a what? It's a point. What do we call that? An ordered
There.
pair. Do you know what letters they are?
X, Y.
X, Y.
That's right, it is. So wait a minute, Mr. H. We're trying to get it into y equals mx plus b.
Oh.
You're telling me that I have a y, that I have an m, that I have an x, but I don't know b? Do I not have an equation that I can solve for b?
Yes.
Let's solve that. Mr. H, you're confusing me a little bit, man. Hey, just watch, just watch. 4 times 1 is 4. So now I have an equation that says 9 equals 4 plus b. I'm going to solve for b. I subtract 4. b equals 5. So I've solved for the y-intercept going through this point with this slope. Am I done? No, because it's asking for an equation. The equation is y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b.
I have to look at S.
We're going to do a couple more like this, don't worry. But you substitute in. Copy it all down, we're going to do another one. Everything about today comes down to the slope and the y-intercept. We need slope, we need y-intercept to have slope-intercept form. Two things. Slope-intercept, slope, y-intercept. Everybody with me? May I erase this, Daniel?
Yeah.
Cooper?
Almost.
Okay, so wait. I'm not in any rush or time constraint or anything.
Can I answer a question?
Yes, sir. Take the pass. So same question. So I would copy down the whole question. I really would. Okay.
I forget. Is the 10 the X and then the 3's the Y?
Yep. Think about your alphabet. Say the alphabet. Which one comes first? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So X will always come first. That's how I remember it. Like, I'm not saying remember the alphabet. I'm just trying to give you a way to remember. Okay, so now, write a linear equation. Well, the only linear equation we know is y equals mx plus b, which is slope-intercept form. Do I know my m? Yes, I do. Do I know my b? No, I do not. But I can say y equals mx plus b, x, y. 3 equals 1/2 times 10 plus b. Mr. H, these aren't hard. You can take a calculator, do 1 divided by 2 times 10. Or what's half of 10? 5 plus b. Subtract 5 from both sides. That gives me b equals -2. Is that my answer? No! That's not my answer.
Wait.
But it's part of it. Go ahead.
The y was -3, not +3.
Oh, it was a -3. Well, that changes everything. That gives me a -8. So now from here, do I have my b? Absolutely. So I write my equation. Y equals m plus b. But Mr. H, you didn't put a plus and negative 8? No, because it's the sign with the B. We've got one more thing to do. And I've saved the easiest for last.
Thank you.
It's not like I don't think about y'all.
These are all easy for me.
Good. Good. You copy this one down, Coop? You don't want to?
I can.
You don't have to?
I mean, it's just like the other ones, right?
It's like the other one, yes. Okay.
Other one.
Last but not least. Write a linear equation. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. What two things do we need to write the linear equation? M and B. What is M?
3.
No, what is M? M is slope.
Slope.
What is B?
Y-intercept.
Y-intercept. The y-intercept is going to be easier because we can just look at the graph. What is it? 3. Okay, slope. Hey, wait a minute, Mr. H. Didn't we just do a worksheet just like this where we had to count? Yep. Lucy, is my slope positive or negative?
Negative.
Why?
'Cause it goes up into the negative.
It goes downhill. It goes from left to right, downhill. You're absolutely right. So now I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I leave it as negative 4 divided by negative 4?
It makes
1 over 1.
It would make it negative 1 or negative 1 over 1. So now I can write y equals negative 1x plus 3. You have to find your M, you have to find your B. What questions do we have?
What's for lunch?
I don't know.
Um,
Your homework is the entire worksheet.
Huh?
I'm cooked.
It's all of them.
Ah. Oh,
It's all of them. Don't screw this up.
there's only 8. You were fine.
Yes, there's only 8. Good luck. Get started. Brush it. You are writing the equation of the line. Are there any questions? Love you, kiddos.